दिल के पूरे बच्चे हैं, बंदे अच्छे हैं, बंदे अच्छे हैं।
क्या खूब कहा है किसी ने, नेतृत्व करने के लिए सिर्फ एक चेहरा जरूरी नहीं होता, जरूरत होती है एक बुलंद आवाज की, आगाज की, अंदाज की और अंजाम की। जी हां, अंजाम की। एंड टुडे इज स्पेशल क्योंकि आज मैं आपको रूबरू करवाने वाला हूं सच पर्सनालिटीज who had the vigor to work hard, the attitude to excel, and the vision to touch upon the lives of millions. जी हाँ, millions. They are India's top advisors, जिन्होंने ना कि अपनी जिंदगी को एक यूटर्न दिया है, बल्कि कहीं और जिंदगियों को एडवाइस करके उन्हें जीने का रास्ता सिखाया है. Our series will host such advisors who helped lead their fellow customers, clients to a destination of good health, a secure future, and together for a very happy life. ये बंदे मस्त है और इनका काम जबरदस्त है. ये जिंदगी जीने के मायने सिखाते हैं. ये डट कर आगे खड़े होते हैं और आपको रास्ता दिखाते हैं. इनकी ईमानदारी और जिंदगी जीने के तरीके सच्चे हैं और इसीलिए तो सच बताऊं, ये बंदे अच्छे हैं. Yes, all our guests that you will meet in this series have turned around the lives and the lives of others by not striving for success but adding to the lives of people. And I believe that only a strongly marked personality can influence the lives of people and their families for generations, and that keeps life going. The energy of these life influences are infectious. They are dreamers who dare to see a vision and were bold enough to achieve it at every given point of life. And आज आपको भी मेरी आवाज में वो कॉन्फिडेंस जरूर महसूस हो रहा होगा, because I am really thrilled and confident, क्योंकि जो आपके सामने आने वाला है ये अनोखा है और इसके अंदाज कुछ अलग अपने जैसा है. तो स्वागत है आपका सबका टू द फर्स्ट एवर एपिसोड ऑफ लाइफ इन्फ्लुएंसेस बंदे अच्छे हैं, जहां हम बात करेंगे ऐसे कुछ रियल लाइफ एडवाइजर्स से who have built a life worth living for those thousands of people they come in contact with and have made them have a blissful life. हम उन्हें ले चलेंगे एक ऐसे यादगार सफर पर where we will listen to them about their lives and what really shaped them and made them choose the path of becoming an advisor. So my lovely viewers, stay glued to your screens because the guest who is joining us today is gracing with her presence and is an institute of experiences in true sense. For the first ever episode, please welcome Ms Priti Kucheria, a recognized speaker in the industry, both in India and abroad. She's been a frequent face on TV while she's been interviewed on CNBC Awaaz, CNBC TV 18 several times for insurance advice and views, and it is common household name too, with her being featured in leading newspapers and magazines most often. A member of the $1 Million Roundtable since 2001, Preethi is well appreciated by her clients for her professional and timely advice. Being the role model she is and has volunteered in several MDRT, that's $1 Million Roundtable committees, in various leadership roles. But just not that, she also made the nation proud by being the flag bearer for India at the MDRT conference in New Orleans and as a global council member, region chair, Southeast Asia and South Asia, zone chair for South Asia, assistant chair, main platform for PDC ambassador, and many more. And now, if we talk about what truly makes Preethi the superstar she is, well, indeed, it's her and only her. She lives a life full of love with her husband, Ajit Kucheria, and has been blessed with two amazing, talented, beautiful kids, Priya and Gaurav. An ardent traveler, she loves to dance, play the flute, which keeps her calm and ready for the challenges, no matter how big or small they are. Not to forget that Preethi is a movie buff, and you talk about Titanic, she has watched it several times. Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, I don't know, 50, 100 baar. Three Idiots, Umrao Jan, Black, you name the movie, and if it's her favorite, multi-watch is what she's done. With the favorite films, she also enjoys a pure vegetarian food. And what is her favorite? Sabzi, dal, roti. And she loves dosa with sambar. यानी कि इतने अच्छे इनके choices हैं कि मेरे मुंह में भी पानी आ रहा है. But I'll stop all that and let's get on to what she has achieved much more. Preethi, as we all know by now, has always been the intelligent one. Her education is a powerhouse of what she's achieved. BSc in Botany Zoology, the Certified Financial Planner CM, Certified Life and Non-Life Insurance Advisor, Certified Mutual Fund Advisor, Financial Services Specialist, Certification in Financial Markets, Management Dev, Program in IIM Indore, and Life Underwriter Training Council Fellow at USA. With life so vast and experience, Preethi has been bestowed various awards in various categories. Highest assets under management, highest sum assured, highest persistency, highest online selling with 2 court of the table and more than 15 top of the table honors awards. With an invaluable experience of 20 years, she has been associated with iPro for about 20 years now, 2 decades. So viewers and listeners, it's indeed a proud moment to welcome one of the topmost advisors in India and life influencer, the one and only in the first episode of Bande Achhe Hain is Ms Priti Kucheria for 3 years in a row for ICICI Prudential Life as our first guest for Bande Achhe Hain. Hi Preethi and welcome to Bande Achhe Hain. So happy to have you. How are you feeling to be here?
Thank you, Mithun. It's an honor to be called to share my story with fellow advisors and the industry alike. Thank you so much.
All that we are today is a reflection of how we were kids, the surroundings we grew up in, and the family members from which we picked up the habits and all that today define us in true sense. Our bachpan has instilled a spirit of joy and fervor in all of us from learning new things and outshine the world and around the competition. Let's dive into the first question. आपके जीवन के early life के बारे में, आपके family के बारे में, your growing up days, to tell us something about your parents and what are the values learned from them that helped you be a star, a champion you are today in your journey.
Well, my parents have been married for 63 years now.
Wow.
A lot of who I am is because of the virtues that they instilled in me as a young girl. उस वक्त कुछ बड़ा नहीं लगता था. It didn't mean much then, but I realized the significance now. The real learnings from my parents came not because they sat me down and taught them to me, but you imbibe and emulate, what you experience and observe while growing up.
So, as we go ahead about it from, being a child and then having to find the right partner. I'm talking here about your better half, your husband, Ajit Kucheria. How has he helped you in the journey?
लंबी कहानी लिख सकती हूँ उन पर तो मैं, पर लेकिन in a nutshell, I would say he's the man behind my success. I've spent more years with him now than I did with my parents.
Wow.
And he has always nudged me to take on opportunities that came my way. He gave me the freedom to fly, to do whatever I wanted, be whatever I wanted to be. I'd say he's a gentleman with a big heart and always very caring and forgiving and most importantly, accepting me as I am, all facets of my personality. Yeah.
I think that is what life makes it beautiful, right? कि जीवन के हर लम्हों को, हर पहलू को बहुत ही अच्छा बनाया है एक सही साथी ने. And I think Ajit has played that role in your life. Absolutely. With that, I have a very interesting question, Preeti. अब जीवन चलते रहती है, बहुत कुछ होता है. So tell us about the journey from a housewife to an independent woman.
I was a housewife for 15 years. And I enjoyed it because, raising my kids, helping them with their homeworks and assignments. I mean, I enjoyed it. Suddenly, when they reach teenage, they don't need you anymore. So my husband would come and say कि मैं रात को दिन भर की चू 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 कहानियां सुनाती थी इसे तुम तो रोज रात को मेरा सिर खाओगे. Why don't you take up some profession? I said, botany और zoology 15 साल हो गए शादी को. अब मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ, and privatization was just happening in the insurance industry for India at that time. Right. And they being a firm of chartered accountants and lawyers and stuff, insurance was kind of related, related financial addition. Insurance was. So he said, why don't you take the exam? मैंने कहा दिमाग नहीं खराब है मेरा, जगह जगह जाके मैं insurance बेचूंगी. I mean, no way. I enjoy my, cereal and whatever, being at home. He said, try to karo. So he nudged me actually. And I went and took the exam. And I fell for the subject. I mean, मुझे लगा कि जब पढ़ा मैंने कि आप एक 10,000 रुपए देके you can insure yourself for so much amount. मतलब इतना कुछ आ जाएगा. Why isn't everybody insuring themselves? Why aren't people buying insurance? Because I heard during my exam कि 2% ही उस वक्त penetration था इंडिया में. जी हाँ. There was a mismatch somewhere. मैंने कहा ये क्या हो रहा है? ये क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? But I actually became interested in the subject. So that's how it all started. And of course, my very first client is a long story. But I learned in the subject that you have to be your own best client. So मैंने सबसे पहले अपनी policy खरीदी, and you have to have conviction. So I never took any manager for my first sale, even my first sale. और मुझे बेचना नहीं आता. I mean, I'm no MBA or anything. हम तो खाली खरीदते हैं, life में औरतें तो. So so it was a new experience, but he was there behind me. He handheld me as I transitioned from a Bahu to a businesswoman. Wow. And of course, मेरा पहले client जब आए सामने तो मुझे तो पता ही नहीं क्या बेचना है या क्या पूछना है, fact finding करनी है, कुछ नहीं. I just vomited out all that I had learned in 1 month, which was not about products. It was not about selling. It was about the importance of covering the risks in your life, the uncertainty of life. और उसी passion के साथ मैंने अपने पहले client को सब बोला. 1 घंटे तक वो मुझे सुनता रहा. And then he said, you know what, Preeti, how much should I sign on the check? उसका भी मेरे पास जवाब नहीं. I just muttered 15 lakhs. Now, आज से 20 साल पहले 15 लाख सम अश्योर्ड भी नहीं हुआ करता था. Forget premium. You know what, Nitin? He signed 15 lakhs on the check. So my very first client practically was a huge one. And after that, there was no looking back. I felt I was this is my purpose in life.
I want to ask you, what has been the fondest memories with a customer that really touched your heart? कि हाँ, खरीदते खरीदते बेचते 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 खरीदते खरीदते आप कहीं पर खो गई थी. It was so touching.
बहुत सारी है कहानियां. अभी तो मतलब एक जो मुझे याद आती है कि I had gone to one of my clients. हम कस्टमर नहीं बुलाते हैं, clients बुलाते हैं because it's a lifelong relationship. So it was the first time I was meeting him. और मैं प्रेफर करती हूँ घर पे मिलूं फैमिली के साथ, because after all insurance is securing your family. It's not a transaction across a table कि ये product खरीदो. I always insist that the family is there. So anyway, we were talking and suddenly his little daughter came hopping along, and typically होता है, male of the house, we are in a meeting, बेटा जाओ अंदर जाओ, वाइफ को बुलाएंगे, इसको प्लीज अंदर ले जाओ, डिस्टर्ब कर रही है, ये नॉर्मली होता है. This person just, took her in his arms, उसको गोदी में बिठाया, जैसे मैं तो हुई नहीं, वो उसके साथ इतनी बातें करने लगे और सब करने लगे. एंड मैं गई थी एक्चुअली रिटायरमेंट प्लान के लिए, और मैं देखती क्या हूँ कि वो इतने इन्वॉल्व है. आई जस्ट आस्क्ड हर, व्हाट डू यू वांट टू बी व्हेन यू ग्रो अप, एंड शी स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग. और इधर तो पिताजी की आंखें बिल्कुल sparkle, proud of his daughter. And I realized this bond, and I immediately my presentation changed from retirement planning to children's education. Or he bought a book, big policy. He said, नहीं, retirement तो बाद में आएगा प्रीति, मेरे को इसकी education के लिए पहले करना है. मैंने कहा
क्या बात है.
And we got talking. उसका birthday आ रहा था. I mean, naturally you asked the date of birth. Birthday आ रहा था. मैंने कहा, what are you planning for her birthday? And he said, सोच रहा हूँ ये वो. तो I arranged a balloon wala and everything. So that's the value add that you give.
Wow.
So नजरिया बदल गया कि आप है ना, you're going there to establish lifelong relationships and not just acquire a client or sell a product.
Absolutely. They're not customers, they're clients, and then they eventually become partners, and partners grow together. I want to ask you, who is the one person you can rely anytime during your toughest time?
If I have to bring to my mind some persons, I am fortunate enough, Nitin, to have so many names that flash in my thoughts just now कि अगर मैं कभी मुसीबत में हुई तो, I mean, who can I totally count on to stick with me in my most challenging moments? I mean, my children, Priya, Gaurav, my parents, both my sisters, Seema, Darpan. Or if you want me to name just one, it's Ajit.
What is that drive you possess that keeps you consistent in your career journey? हर एक दिन उठना, हर एक दिन की शाम को जब दिन खत्म होता है, उसके बाद फिर से कैसे जागना, and what is the plan to go ahead?
बहुतों के लिए टारगेट्स होते हैं, मुझे इतना अचीव करना है, इतने अवार्ड्स लेने हैं, MDRT, COT, TOT बनना है. For me, my biggest yardstick of success has been my satisfied clients. The mails we have kept receiving over the years, appreciating our service standards, the promptness, going out of our way, being there in times of need. They happily introduce and refer us to their friends and colleagues, etc. That's the reason I want to get out of bed and take on the day every morning. And similarly, so the philanthropic bit, of helping many other fellow advisors to feel proud about this profession and share my mantras of success, if you may call it so. जो मैंने best practices और use किए उनके साथ share करूं, तो that too gives me a high when I'm able to go and share and I see it impacting their lives. So, I mean, I do give honorary talks in several companies and many countries. That too is a motivation for me to keep going on in this profession.
Absolutely. I think sharing and listening to the experiences and stories is always a high to achieve much more, and keeps you in the journey, keeps you consistent to achieve much more. It's been a journey so far, but what do you see in the next 1 decade? What goals are set for the coming years?
I think for me, I will just keep doing what I do, which is just, not sell policies, but impact lives by providing the right solutions, because insurance for me was never a means of livelihood. It was, and it will always remain to be a noble profession that helps me give back to this planet. Otherwise, other than that, in the insurance industry, if you're asking me over the next decade, I think the first overhaul in the insurance industry came in India in 2000, when privatization happened, when I joined basically. And the next one was this pandemic, because companies and agents alike have and will latch on to newer technologies. They'll redefine themselves. Digital transformations will play a catalytic role in making a paradigm shift for companies. Companies will push themselves to modify their framework, establish a new roadmap, focus on financial literacy for the population at large. And I think this will accelerate growth of the industry and increase penetration.
You know, the thousands of people who look up to you as a role model in this industry, what are your advice to them?
बहुत सारे हैं, but अगर मैं, if I have to pick just one,
Yeah.
I would say sell like you're buying.
Absolutely.
You will not go wrong. Treat them how you would like to be treated. And I'm not saying this in, some philosophical way, ki what goes around comes around, do unto others as you want to do. I mean it in the professional sense at every stage of the sale, which is while prospecting, while presenting and closing, and while servicing them. कि भाई आप prospect करने जा रहे हो तो आपको कैसा लगता है कि अगर आपको कोई कुछ provide करने आ रहा है तो वो आपके बारे में क्या जानना चाहता है, how much is he trying to understand your needs. So just put yourself in their shoes. Just this one mantra can make anyone touch the pinnacle in this profession. That's my belief.
How do you see your journey strengthening further with iPro?
With iPro, well, I'm actually married to iPro. For me, everything that the company does in the interest of the client, either directly or indirectly, strengthens my bond, has strengthened my bond in the past, and will strengthen it further in the future. Be it transparency, implementing processes and services and product-related feedbacks, treating advisors as partners in the business. Yeah, all of this, further enriches the bond.
It's only a start to much, much, much more in the coming years. With that, now we jump on to the next round, which is a rapid fire question. And what we are doing also is inviting the man who took the decision to drive you towards the new journey of independency. And that is where you are today. I am very happy to invite with us, along with you here, is your better half, your husband, Mr. Ajit Kucheria, to join us right now. Thank you for joining us today. It's indeed a very happy moment. I love the frame I've been shared with. Please tell us, how are you feeling, Ajit, as Preethi is celebrating her 2-decade journey with iPro, and I'm sure you're proud of her, but we would like to hear it from you.
I am a man of few words, but I would say Preethi is the most incredible woman in my life. She's talented, confident, and of course beautiful. In fact, she has achieved success, but at the same time, she has a quality of being, in fact, caring and compassionate. And in fact, she takes care of the family and the needs with and tries to provide solutions to the family. This is the way I look at the Preethi and her success.
So now I'll tell you what, I'm getting into a very interesting round, jahan par I'll ask question to the two of you in a rapid fire. Now the best part is you choose your answer in this or that. Rapid fire, bande achhe hain, episode number 1. Here we go. Cats or dogs?
Neither.
Neither.
Wow. India or abroad?
I'd say live in India, travel the earth.
Travel abroad, live in India.
Okay, wow, similar answers. A day with your family or a party with everyone you know?
Day with the family.
I'm also not a party animal, so hands down, day with the family.
Okay, this is going to be very tricky, okay? This for you, okay, Preethi. Wife, mother, businesswoman, rank based on your priority.
In that order, yeah. Wife, mother, and then businesswoman.
So beautiful, so beautiful. And now, Ajit, you have to put the same thing in order. Wife, mother, businesswoman.
Wife, mother, businesswoman.
Wow, look at the sync of combination answer. Okay, movies at a theater or Netflix and chill?
Theater.
Theater, of course. My husband and I, we go to watch a movie every Tuesday and Friday for the last 35 years.
Wow. Okay, next one. Home cooked meals or takeout?
Home cooked.
मैं तो दाल सब्जी वाली हूँ, yeah. Home cooked.
Work from home or work from office?
Work from home for me, because that always has been much before the pandemic as well.
Work from office for me.
Okay. Online shopping or physical shopping?
Physical shopping.
Physical.
That's right. Bike rides or car drives?
None.
Any ride as long as someone else is driving.
Well, that was indeed a very, very interesting question. I can just say that I'm proud to be hosting this with you. And this is such an incredible journey that we've started together. And very happy to have you in the first episode. I'm walking back home a completely transformed and goal-oriented man. And for all our viewers, I'm sure this was all from the first episode of Bande Achhe Hain. Today, we met and discussed the life and journey of India's top advisor, Ms Priti Kucheria, along with the man she always adored as #1, Mr. Ajit Kucheria. Well, stay tuned for next episode. But as I wrap this up, in the quote I want to put together, selling is when you start buying. Feel that you're buying while selling, and selling is always on a notch higher. With that, let's transform more lives and millions of people, keep things happy. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिब ए मंजिल, मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया. Thank you so much, Preeti. Thank you so much, Ajit, for joining us here at Bande Achhe Hain.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure.
To have a mom who's one of the best advisors in the industry, it's really inspiring. It kind of pushes you to reach those heights of accomplishment. Her ability to understand the products that she's selling, her ability to adapt, her work ethic is what's inspiring. It sets a high bar for me as a professional.
The message for the next 20 years I have is just continue to inspire the people around you, Mom.
I'm lucky to have such a daughter. Be sincere in whatever you do.
मैं चाहती हूँ इतनी ही ऊंचाइयों के ऊपर जो काम कर रही हो तुम वैसे ही करते रहो.